birthday. It's grandma time. It's time to have a party. Look who I've got with me. There's Papa and there's Gigi, and I think it's somebody's birthday. Whose birthday is it? Whose birthday?
I bet it's Sada's.
I think a little girl, Sada, is going to be 2 years old tomorrow. So we wanted to wish you happy birthday. So we've got some little things to go and say happy birthday, but we're going to sing to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sada. Happy birthday to you. Now I've got you a cake. Let me light the candles. 1, 2, make a wish. Ready? Everybody blow it out. Happy birthday! Yay! Okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I'm taking this hat off right now, and I bet you have some presents coming up. Grandma and Papa got you something. I don't know if you've opened it yet, but you will anyway, and I hope you like it. So I'm going to do a story time now. How about that?
Okay, Kim.
Let's see. Where is my story? There it is. Gigi, can you give that to me? All right. If you look behind me, there's a big old fish on this wall, isn't there? Have you ever been fishing? Or have you ever been seeing some fish in the water or anything? Well, my story today is called Flossie Flounder, A Tale of a Flat Fish. Now, this is a flat fish. Let me show you. This is a great big fish right here, and it's flat. But that's a flounder fish. There's lots of different types of fish that you can see in the water, and they have different names. Some of them are flat, some of them are round, some short, some long. So they have all different names of types of fish that you can catch in the water. And this one is a flounder. Now, your great-grandpapa, that he does not with us anymore, but he was called the Flounder Man. So if I look over here on this wall, let's see. We could probably find some pictures of him with a flounder. I think there's one right here. There's one with Grandpapa kissing a flounder. That's funny, isn't it? Look how big that fish is. That fish, he caught and he kissed it. And I think there's one actually of your daddy up here with a flounder. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Where is your daddy? There it is. But your daddy was a young man right there. But this is your daddy when he was little. Let's see if I can. It's hard to. There it is. Right here is your daddy. When he was probably a teenager. He was probably about, I don't know, 14, 15 years old maybe. He's got him a big old flounder carrying it like that. That's a flat fish, and that's called a flounder. But we're going to read a story today about Flossie the flounder. Okay, you ready? Flossie Flounder. Flossie Flounder was a flat fish. She was fat as well as flat. She was fat and flat. So there's the flat fish. There's some shrimp swimming in the water. Flossie belonged to the flatfish family. Like all of them, she lived at the bottom of the sea. She liked to live there. She's at the very bottom of the sea. There's the very bottom. Both of Flossie's eyes were on her top side. She could lie on the bottom and see everything good to eat swimming by. So if you notice, this fish is flat, and both eyes are on the same side. See that? It's kind of strange, isn't it, for a flat fish like that, but that's how they are. This is a different type of fish here. See right there? His eye's on this side, and on the other side of his body would be the other eye. So that's the difference between those fish and the flatfish Flossie. And there's still some more shrimp passing by here because they're in the water. They're in the sea. Flossie could change herself so that she looked like the bottoms she was lying on. So she's down here, but you can't see her because she's changed herself into the color of the bottom of the ocean. And the reason why she does this is so in case there's bigger fish that she won't be eaten. Or maybe she's trying to eat something and is trying to hide so she can get her supper. And there's a crab, there's a sand dollar. All this is in the bottom of the sea. When shrimp or little fish come along, she sprang to life and she grabbed a quick lunch. See, there she comes. She comes out of there, gets her stuff, her lunch. That's how she eats. She kind of quickly gets it and snatches it up. Floyd found Flounder was Flossie's baby, but he didn't look like her. He swam upright. He was round and not flat, and he had an eye on each side of his head. So this is Floyd Flounder. This is Flossie's baby. But see how they look when they're babies? They look totally different than the flatfish. So they have an eye on one side and on the other side. This is what they look like when they're babies. One day, Floyd was floundering around. He was in a school of little flounders. They were catching tiny shrimp near a place called Green Island. See, there's Floyd, and there's some more small fish. They're not adults yet because there's still one eye on each side, but they were a little bit older than Floyd. The other little flounders were babies too, but they were older than Floyd. They had already become tiny flatfish. They swam on one side, and both their eyes were topside. They have turned a little bit. Yep, they did turn on one side, so they are older. One eye, they called Floyd. You're not fat, you're not flat. It made Floyd feel bad. He wanted to look like the other flounder. So they were calling him names and making fun of him because they didn't look like him. That was not nice. Why can't I be like the others? Floyd cried softly. He didn't want the other flounders to know. Flossie swam up to him. Don't worry, she said. You will soon be fat and flat. Both your eyes will be topside, and you will begin to swim on one side. How can that ever be true? Cried Floyd. You will see, said Flossie. So here's Mama telling Floyd, just wait. One day you're going to get bigger. You're going to be just like the others. You just have to wait and give it time. So Floyd swam away in the school of baby flounders. He caught tiny shrimp and tried to be happy. Floyd was so busy that he didn't see the net. A boy named Mark was sweeping it along the bottom. There was a boy with a big net. So he was outside of the water. He's got a net, and what he's trying to do is catch some fish. And Floyd comes swimming by. It wasn't a big net, but Floyd was caught in it. Oh no. What have I here? Said Mark. A baby fish just right for my aquarium. So that boy named Mark got Floyd, didn't he? Mark scooped up Floyd and put him in a glass box. There was plenty of water and sand. There was grass to hide in, just like around Green Island. This is a nice place, thought Floyd. He liked his little aquarium because it looked just like the bottom of the sea, didn't it? But something was fishy. Something was wrong. When Floyd tried to swim fast, he bumped into something hard. Boom! Right into the side of the aquarium. He couldn't swim away. Floyd was trapped in Mark's aquarium. Oh boy. But it wasn't so bad. There were lots of tiny shrimp there to feed on. Mark kept Floyd well fed. Floyd began to grow fatter and wider. See how big he's getting? He leaned on one side until he was flat. One of his eyes moved. Then both of his eyes were topside, just like a flounder's supposed to be. Just like his mama Flossie told him it would happen. Mark enjoyed watching the changes in Floyd, but one day he decided to turn him loose. Goodbye, little fish, Mark said. Goodbye and thank you, said Floyd, but Mark didn't hear him. Floyd swam back to Green Island. He soon found his mama Flossie. Look at me, he said proudly. I am fat. I am flat. Both of my eyes are topside. Now my friends in the school won't make fun of me. Flossie smiled. She was happy. Floyd was now flat as a flounder. Isn't that nice? Yes. So this is all about the flounder man. And this little cottage here, we are at the beach. Actually at the beach today. There's a picture of a flounder. We have flounders everywhere because we always like to honor great grandpapa being the flounder man because that's what he was, flounder man. Because he caught this big old flounder. He's proud of that thing too. So all over this wall is pictures of grandpapa, Gigi, me, and all his children and grandchildren. Look, I think there's a picture of Seda, isn't there? There's even a picture of Logan on the wall. So this is the Gibbs wall here. So when you come visit, we're going to put more pictures up, okay? So I'm glad we were able to talk to you, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday, and I love you and can't wait to see you, and I hope you like your present. Mwah. Bye. Love you.